A major, major milestone in moving yourself forward is forgiving yourself and being able to truly and from the bottom of your heart, forgiving yourself for whatever it is in the past that you felt wasn't right. Most times when I talk to people, their intentions were good. Their thoughts were they were doing the right thing. And it was a terrible, terrible mistake. Whatever it was a financial decision, it was a relationship decision, it was a family decision. In the moment, they truly believed they were doing the right thing. And it turned out to be a terrible decision that has lingered for most people for a very long time. And the majority of people can't get over that past. They can't get over the decisions that they made. They are don't think about, for the most part, the need to forgive themselves for that decision. It could have been a spur of the moment thing. It just could have been they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. They were in a bad mindset. I talked to so many people about so many different things. They got involved with the wrong people. They started doing drugs. They dropped out of school. They took a really bad path in life, and it took them a major life event for them to realize that they had to make that change and they had to move themselves forward. And they did, and they're working on themselves. But when I ask them, have you forgiven yourself for what happened? The majority of the time they say, no, I haven't forgiven myself. I'm so mad at myself. I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm so angry at myself. And what we talk about is how forgiving of yourself for whatever your past was, is a critical, critical milestone to moving yourself forward, to allow yourself to put your past in the past. You can't bury the past. It's there. It's always going to be on your mind. But when you forgive yourself for the choices that you made, for the decisions that you made, whether they were good intentions, whether they were bad intentions, whether they were good decisions or bad decisions, we make those decisions, we make those choices, we take those choices in life, and it turns into this significant regret. And regret, I'll say it every time, failure is a learning experience. Regret is with you forever. And until you forgive yourself for those things that you now regret, you will not be able to move yourself forward. You will not be able to get yourself into the mindset that says, I did what I did. I did it for this reason, good, bad, or indifferent. But if I'm going to move myself forward, if I'm going to change who I am, and please don't tell me you're too old to change, because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to call BS on that one. But when you, in your mind, forgive yourself and say, in that time, in that moment, I thought I was doing the right thing, or I was just in such a bad place. I made a really bad decision, but now I'm going to move myself forward. I'm going to use my past. Can't forget my past, but I'm going to use my past as a motivation to move myself forward, to not make the same mistake twice, to help other people who are thinking about doing something that you did or going down the path that you did to change their life, because now is the time that you can help someone. So if you're in that position where you are able to help someone, to help them not make that bad decision, to help them make the right choices going forward, now is the time. It's almost an obligation that you have, knowing what your past was and what you went through and now where you are and how you need to change things. And only through forgiveness are you going to able to move yourself forward, by giving back, by showing people the consequences of these decisions that you made and how it impacted you. And by not making those choices, they can move themselves into a better place. It truly is an obligation on our part to help these people do that. I do it all the time. I talk to people about my personal choices, what I did because I thought at the time it was a good choice. I did what I thought I needed to do. I didn't get the support that I should have gotten. I didn't reach out to the people that could have helped me make a different decision. At the moment, And this is the key when you're in that moment and you don't have that clear mindset, when you have those blinders on and you're just trying to get to the next step, quite often we make the wrong choice. And it isn't by lack of trying, it isn't by lack of not caring. We just in that moment would think we're doing the right thing, and it has huge consequences on not only in the moment but long term. And now you have to fix everything that was broken. And then once you fix it, you have to make sure that you don't do that again. You don't make that same mistake the second, the third, the fourth time. When you get to that moment that you say, I'm not doing this anymore, I know what I need to do. But in order to truly move yourself forward, it's time to stop and in a one-on-one, just you and yourself, come to terms with what happened, come to terms with the decisions that you made, understand that at the time you thought you were doing the right thing, and then forgive yourself for those decisions, knowing that going forward, it's going to be a different scenario, that you are going to be in a better place. You're going to help those around you be in a better place, and you're not going to make that same mistake again. You're going to talk to the people who are around you. You're going to work together as a team, because when you make decisions on other people's behalves and you don't engage them and then it doesn't work, then you are really that focal point. They're going to come back to you and say, because of you, because of the choices you made, the decisions you made on your own, this is where I am now. This is what's happened to me because you didn't talk to me about it. And so what's really critical is having those conversations with other people, helping them understand what you were thinking, and then making sure you don't make those decisions again. So my message for you today is simply this. At a point in your life, it is time to give yourself forgiveness, to share forgiveness with yourself for the decisions that you made that may not have been the best, but you're